seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Cluster Entertainment here, back with another video. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about the Houston Texans. And the Houston Texans have recently traded wide receiver Brandin Cooks to the Dallas Cowboys. And the compensation consisted of a 2023 fifth-round pick and then a 2024 sixth-round pick. And when you look at the compensation like that, I mean, it's pretty bad, considering that Cooks is still a pretty decent, pretty good wide receiver. He has numerous 1,000-yard seasons despite having pretty bad / average quarterbacks who is still able to put up numbers, still able to produce, still able to help determine the outcome of games, as we saw this past season, obviously, which sucked. But, I mean, it is what it is. It was rumored that we had a chance at a second-round pick from Dallas at the trade deadline. Some people say second. Some people say third. Pretty sure it was a second, though. I mean, a couple of people said second, so I'm going to just go off of that. And considering that you're going from a second to a fifth and sixth-round pick, I mean, that's pretty horrible. I don't want to say negotiating because, I mean, we really couldn't negotiate anything right now due to everybody knowing Cook's situation, but it's just horrible management, I think, by Nick Caserio. I think you definitely should have traded him at the trade deadline. Pick up that second. I don't care if you had to eat the whole salary. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like we have a bunch of people to pay right now. We're still a team that doesn't have much talent, much guys to pay. Sure, we could have just opened up that money again by cutting players, so I would have eaten this whole salary if it meant we got a second at the deadline. And then, again, he wouldn't have helped us win a couple of games. I mean, we won the Chicago game, kind of a big part because of him. He had some big-time catches in that fourth quarter, and some big-time plays all in that game. And I think if he wasn't there, or not the Chicago game, and the last Indianapolis game I meant, in Week 18. I mean, if he didn't play, we probably would have lost that game. He was the Mills' kind of go-to guy, and I mean, we would have locked up the number one pick. And we would have had an extra second-round pick. So, I mean, we would have had better draft value and a better draft pick. But, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. And if you're a Cowboys fan watching this, I mean, you're going to be getting still a pretty good wide receiver. I don't think he's as good as he once was, but he can still definitely go in there, be that second option. He's better than Michael Gallup, in my opinion. I mean, Gallup's probably going to be in the slot anyways. Or, I mean, unless you want to put Cooks in the slot. I'm not really sure what Dallas would do. But you have CeeDee Lamb, you have Brandin Cooks, you have Michael Gallup. That's a pretty good wide receiver core. That's probably like a top 10 core in the NFL for sure. Probably a little bit higher. I mean, each one of those wide receivers are pretty good, pretty dynamic. Of course, we all know how good CD is. And then Brandin Cooks, numerous 1,000-yard seasons with mid / average quarterbacks. I mean, y'all pretty much got an absolute fleece. And y'all don't have to pay his whole contract. That's pretty great. Houston, I mean, as I said, compensation isn't great at all. Pretty embarrassing when you look at it, actually. But, I mean, it is what it is. He wanted to be gone. Houston didn't want him anymore. Now we have Robert Woods to be that veteran presence. And it probably leads to us drafting a receiver fairly early, whether that's the first, second, third in this 2023 NFL draft. But, yeah, I mean, Brandin Cooks no longer on this team. Our wide receiver core now consists of Robert Woods, Nico Collins, John Mechie, Amani Rogers. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think we re-signed Chris Moore. So as of right now, that's pretty much it. Probably going to be picking up some guys through undrafted free agency. Oh, we also signed Noah Brown. So Noah Brown. And we're probably going to pick up maybe another guy in undrafted free agency. And then, of course, the draft. But yeah, let me know y'all's guys' thoughts down below in the comments on the trade. Do you think we could have gotten more? What would you have done? How would you have played the situation if you're Nick? Would you have just traded him at the deadline for a second-round pick instead of waiting this long and getting this type of conversation back? But yeah, let me know y'all guys' thoughts down below in the comments. And it's been Cluster City Entertainment out. Peace.